because I honestly feel like the Lord is blessing me more than I deserve. But that means that we got too much is given, much is required. I'm so excited for the new people that are here for the first time, right? And what I want to do is I want to talk in 3 stages. In the first stage, I want to talk because I want to talk to the new people. I want to talk to the people who, this is your first time at a big event. You just came into Primerica. Life has beat you up. You're probably at a point in your life where you want to win, but you don't know whether you will. And I just want all of you to understand that all of us have been there. See, I still remember that young guy who came out of high school excited, pumped up and motivated about life, but had no direction and didn't know how to make it happen. So I still remember going to my plant job every day for $1,000 a month take-home pay and trying to figure out it's got to be more to life than this. And riding by homes that had nice cars and nice homes and trying to figure out how people do that. I mean, how do you do that? I mean, where is there an opportunity for somebody like me to be able to do something like that with their life? And, you know, I often sit back and wonder that when life shows up and beat us up, why we keep taking it? And why we keep going back for more beatings? See, and then we get mad at our jobs, and, you know, my job wasn't giving me all I want, but they gave me all I asked for. See, you got to be careful because, you know, I don't believe my job didn't come get me. I went and asked for it. And yours probably did the same thing, and we get mad and upset because, you know, we don't like our jobs, we don't like our life, we don't like our pay. And, you know, I always tell people, they told you that up front. You know, most of you that went and got your job, you probably put in an application, they probably called you in and tried to talk you out of it. You know, they had that talk with me when they were telling me, you probably don't want to do this. You know, we ain't gonna pay you a bunch of money. You're gonna make $18,000 before taxes, and you're gonna have 2 weeks off, and you gotta rotate shift. And they told me all the bad things, and you know, I took it anyway. Maybe I took the job expecting a different result, maybe you did. See, we gotta get straight on why we're here. Because, see, as bad as my job was, I took it for 5 years. And only when I was in danger of losing that did my mind click to say, I gotta find something else. So, you know, when I went to my first Primerica meeting and got exposed to this company, I didn't know nothing about nothing. I'm still shocked today I make $1 million. I still don't think, man, I know nothing about nothing. But, you know, what I did know is I sat through that meeting and I saw hope. I saw a company talking about something different. I saw a company that's talking about that we'll give you a chance to be somebody, that we'll give you a chance to be a vice president, to do some big things with your life. You know, they talked about life insurance, the difference between cash value and term, and the 4 E's of cash value insurance. And I listened to that and I'm like, well, only a dummy would own cash value insurance then. If it really worked like that, then only a dummy would own it, right? And if you owned it, they said buy term, invest the difference, and it made plain sense. And all I know is, after all of that, they said if you go help the family, we'll give you $250. And I said, y'all know what I do for $250? I'm sitting there saying, I work 40 hours a week. I go in clean, come out dirty. I go in weighing 165 pounds and leave at 155 for $250. for talking to somebody about this. So that first month I went and did 6 sales. That money made $1,200 part-time. And it changed my whole life. It's the first time I've ever been able to put $600 in the bank and put $600 in my pocket. And have my paycheck from my job to pay all my bills. So that, you know, then the next, this might be a fluke. So the next month I did it again and I recruited a guy. One guy from work that came with me because I went back streaming and he came in, he got licensed, and I did 6 the next month and he did 4. And I was a sales leader. And then they sent me an override. So I'm like, wait a minute, I got my 250 and y'all gonna send me $100 for each one of his. I'm like, see, I thought I was gonna quit. So I was saying, let me get as much as I can get before this thing stops. And so for new people, then I remember eating in a restaurant, and this guy walks up to me, and I thought he was coming to fight. Because he walked up to me and he said, you replaced my policy I sold my sister, and I want to know what it is you sold her. And I'm like, I don't know nothing. Evidently, he was full-time in insurance, had been in insurance for 5 years. I didn't know nothing, so all I could do was say, well, look, I'm eating right now. You want to come by the office tomorrow, I'll be happy to discuss it with you. He said, okay. He came in, and see, what that taught me is that even insurance agents don't know what they sell. Because he didn't never know how life insurance worked. He didn't know the 4 E's of cash value. So he walked in the office and saw a presentation and he said, I'm in. Luckily, he had brought a couple guys with him. They was just riding along. And they said, I'm in too. Well, his first month, he did 18 sales. And recruited 10 people. So now I'm doing my 6. The other guy doing 4. He did 18. His other 2 did 4 each. And now I'm like, my income jumped to $4,000, 5,000. I thought I had died and gone to heaven. So I said that. And in that short period of time, within 6 months, we built a team that was doing 40,000 to 50,000 in production. We were recruiting 10, 25 people a month. And then there goes the story of the humble beginning. So don't think that any of us came here thinking we all that. We came here thinking that we were going to do a business part-time, and if we could recruit some people and get something started, anything might happen. Right? So I don't stand here today telling you that I knew it would. I don't even know if I knew it could. All I knew was we had a shot. And we took the shot. And then you got some RVPs that's in the middle. So you go through the line stage, and that's the line stage where when you first get started and you don't know what you're doing, and you're afraid to ask for an appointment, and you're afraid to recruit, you're afraid to talk to people, you're afraid they're going to hurt your feelings. They might say no. So even though all these mixed feelings inside going on, and you just beat yourself up, and then you say, well, maybe I just ought to quit. That's the quitting stage. And you got to fight through the quitting stage. Because if you quit, what you going back to? You ain't got nowhere else to go, right? Then you get to the do it stage when you finally figure out that nobody